Projects like SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, are constantly scanning the cosmos.
Scientists think there could be billions. That's billions with a B.
You know, when you think about the universe, it's just vast. Trillions of planets out there. And it stands to reason that on some of them, life could have started, maybe even evolved into civilizations millions of years older than we are. So with all that possibility, what's the one question that really keeps scientists up at night? Yeah, it's that simple and that profound. Given the sheer scale of everything, the silence from the cosmos is, well, it's deafening. Okay, let's really dive into this, because to get it, you have to appreciate the numbers we're talking about, and they are absolutely staggering. So let's start close to home, our own galaxy, the Milky Way. Astronomers figure there are at least 100 billion stars right here in our cosmic backyard. I mean, try to wrap your head around that. That's more stars than there are grains of sand on every single beach here on Earth. It's a number that's almost impossible to really picture.
But okay, it gets even wilder. It's not just about the stars. We now know that planets are super common. And based on what we found so far, scientists think there could be billions. That's billions with a B, of planets that are kind of like Earth, just in our galaxy. Worlds that are in that Goldilocks zone, you know, with the right conditions for life as we know it.
All right, now let's zoom out again, way out, because our Milky Way, it's just one little galaxy in a sea of them. The latest count suggests there are something like 2 trillion other galaxies in the part of the universe we can see. So when you start to do the math on that, well, the conclusion feels totally unavoidable, right? Life shouldn't be some rare miracle. It should be absolutely everywhere. And this is exactly what the physicist Enrico Fermi was thinking about way back in 1950. So the story goes, he's at lunch with some other scientists, and he just casually throws out this question. He realized that if smart technological civilizations were common, we should have seen some evidence of them by now. And that one simple question sparked a debate that's been going on for decades. And that question became what we now call the Fermi Paradox. It's a paradox because you have this incredibly strong logical argument on one side, all those mind-boggling numbers, that says the universe should be teeming with civilizations. But then on the other side, you have the actual evidence from our observations, which shows, well, nothing. It's like we're living in a cosmic ghost town. But here's the thing. We aren't just sitting around waiting for aliens to call us. For decades now, we've been actively searching. We've been pointing our most powerful instruments to the sky, and we've just been listening. Projects like SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, are constantly scanning the cosmos. And they're not just listening for any old cosmic noise. They're on the hunt for the telltale signs of intelligence. You know, things like artificial radio transmissions or signals that repeat in a pattern that just doesn't look natural. Basically, any clue at all that someone or something with technology is out there. So, after all those years of searching, after sifting through countless hours of cosmic static, what have we found? Not a single confirmed thing, just an eerie, profound, and unbroken silence. The lack of an answer has sort of become the only answer we have to work with. And this deep cosmic silence forces us to consider some really unsettling possibilities. Scientists have come up with a bunch of theories to try and explain why the universe seems so quiet and empty. Okay, so the first idea is maybe we're just it. Maybe intelligent life is such an incredible fluke that it's only happened once, right here on this little blue marble. Then there's a darker thought. Maybe civilizations just don't last long. Maybe they all inevitably destroy themselves through war or climate change, or by inventing some tech they can't control. A third idea is simply about distance. The universe is so ridiculously big, maybe they are out there, but they're just too far away for us to ever hear from them. And finally, there's the most paranoid thought of all. What if they know we're here, and they're deliberately hiding from us? Now, any one of those ideas is a lot to think about, but some scientists think there might be another explanation, one that's bigger, more fundamental, an idea that could actually explain the silence in a more universal way. It's the concept of a hidden barrier, something that stops most life from ever making it to the galactic stage. This concept is known as the Great Filter. The theory is that somewhere on the long evolutionary path from simple cells to a star-faring civilization, there is at least one step that is almost impossible to overcome. A barrier so powerful and so difficult that it filters out almost every form of life that ever tries to get past it.
And this brings us to the most important and honestly the scariest question that the Great Filter idea forces us to ask. Is this Great Barrier in our past, or is it still waiting for us, somewhere in our future? The answer to that question could very well decide the ultimate fate of humanity. So what do you think? What could that barrier be?